And here is the Writer's Almanac for Friday. It's the 26th of March, 2021. Birthday of the poet A.E. Housman, born Worcestershire, England, 1859, author of A Shropshire Lad. Housman, who said, "Good literature must do some good to the reader, must quicken his perception, though dull, and sharpen his discrimination, though blunt, and mellow the rawness of his personal opinions." It was on this day, 1920, 23-year-old unknown author named F. Scott Fitzgerald published his first novel, This Side of Paradise. And a week later, he and his girlfriend Zelda Sayer were married in New York City. It's the birthday of the poet Robert Frost, born 1874 in San Francisco. His father was a journalist for the San Francisco Bulletin. Father died when the boy was 11, and his mother packed up the family and moved to Lawrence, Massachusetts. Began writing poems. He married. He was feeling dejected about his chances in America, so he and his wife pulled up stakes in 1912 and moved to England, where he published two books, A Boy's Will and North of Boston, 1913-1914. And when he came back to America, he was a successful poet and was one for the rest of his life. He bought a farm in Franconia, New Hampshire, set about writing about farmers, though he himself was not a very good one. He mostly got up around noon and sat on the fence outside and took notes. And it's the birthday of Tennessee Williams, born Thomas Lanier Williams in Columbus, Mississippi, 1911. His life became complicated when the family moved to St. Louis. His mother had a hard time finding a suitable neighborhood. They moved around a good deal, and the boy first started writing, then wrote short stories. He was very close to his sister Rose, who suffered from schizophrenia and later from the effects of a lobotomy. Many elements of Williams's life made it into his work. The filmmaker and his friend Elia Kazan said everything in his life is in his plays, and everything in his plays is in his life. His play, The Glass Menagerie, was about his sister Rose. It was a big hit on Broadway, followed by A Streetcar Named Desire and Cat on a Hot Tin Roof. Tennessee Williams, who was prone to depression and who once said, "If I got rid of my demons, I would lose my angels." Here's a poem by Robert Frost on his birthday, Acquainted with the Night. I have been one acquainted with the night. I have walked out in rain and back in rain. I have outwalked the furthest city light. I have looked down the saddest city lane. I have passed by the watchman on his beat and dropped my eyes, unwilling to explain. I have stood still and stopped the sound of feet when far away an interrupted cry came over houses from another street, but not to call me back or say goodbye. And further still, at an unearthly height, one luminary clock against the sky proclaimed the time was neither wrong nor right. I have been one acquainted with the night. A poem by Robert Frost from his collected poems, Prose and Plays, published by the Library of America. That's the Writer's Almanac for Friday, March the 26th. Be well, do good work, and keep in touch.